since you're a kid, all your parents wanted you to do every time you got the ball was shoot it.
Hmm.
You from a young age, you were taught when you get it, it's about you. It's about scoring. It's about you, what you can do. So from age 5 to age 13, the game of basketball has been about you.
Hmm.
But then when you get to me in high school, I'm trying to teach you that the game's about the team. And the most successful teams have a bunch of players that care about the team. So when they get to me, we keep it pretty simple. I try to make basketball about this: shoot when you're supposed to shoot, pass when you're supposed to pass, drive when you're supposed to drive. It's never going to be
Mm.
the same. But if you're open and you're supposed to shoot it, you shoot it. If somebody's open and you're supposed to pass it, pass it. So I try to keep basketball really simple for our teams.
Okay. So and then this goes okay, and going back to what you mentioned about the skill level and sometimes things being a show, and obviously it's like it's not. Um, Kids are influenced by their environment, right? So if we had
Right.
certain technology, we saw certain things. I remember when I used to watch and one mixtape on VCR,
Right.
I'd go outside and do the moves and do
Right.
the. If I was allowed to do that in the game, I'd do it in the game, but I knew I wasn't allowed
Right.
to, so I wouldn't do it. But like those types of things, but now they can. It's easier
Right.
access to those things, to like NBA clips and stuff like that. So,
Right.
and like you said, I guess the team aspect is different. Is it in high school a different set of rules than the NBA,
Right.
right? And how how do you what methods do you use for that?
We just I try to break everything down for them. We do a lot of 3-on-3 in the fall. So, we do a lot of 3-on-3, 4-on-4 in the fall and the spring, where you can only take one or two dribbles each time you touch the ball. So we work on stuff like that. And I just stop them a lot. I don't really yell and scream a lot, but if I see something I don't like, I'll just stop it. Like, we're not going to do this. You had a person that was open. You should have passed him the ball. I didn't talk about this, but Coach Anderson, who works with me, one of my best friends, also talked about the access to gyms right now. Back in the day when we played, we didn't have a bunch of access to gyms. So whenever we got a chance to play, we were going to hoop.
Mm,
Nowadays, the kids have so much access to everything. They have so much access to gyms. It's not as special anymore. So when I call a kid up and say, "Hey, the gym's open," it's okay because they can go any day they want. We were like, "Oh man, the gym's open. We got to go." So that's hurting the kids right now, I think.